Hello and welcome to part 4 of Macromedia Flash tutorial. Um, what we're going to be covering today is we're going to be importing pictures and manipulating them and animating them in Macromedia Flash. One of the benefits of this is people complain that they can't draw, and this stops them from creating movies. Well, you don't have to draw. You just need to, because you can just import images and use that. The way to do that is you can do a number of things. Either you can take pictures with your own digital camera and import them into the computer, which I would show in the classroom, or you can actually download images from, off of, say, Google Images or other sources off the internet. That just be careful of the copyright infringements. Once you achieve once you get your image, and I've got an image that I've saved on my in a folder on my computer. What we can do is we can import that into Flash and start manipulating it. So if we go to the library right now, we can see that the library is completely empty. I'm starting fresh here. We can I have a choice. I can import my image into Flash, which actually maybe I'll just do, and I'll just show you. I've got an image of a snowboarder here. Okay, there's my snowboarder guy. You can see how that has placed an image into the library, and it's also here right on my stage. Now, this is fine, but what I want to do is I want to crop out this guy and I want to animate him across the stage. So obviously I need to distort him before I need to distort him in the library first, so I don't want him here. Okay, so we're just going to delete him. And so what I could have done, I could have just imported him directly into the library, and that just would have saved me a step of deleting it off the stage here. Okay, so we see that here this guy, our snowboarder, is in the library right now, but he's not a symbol. This is just saying, if you see here, it's got kind, it's a bitmap. That just means that you've imported a picture, okay, and Flash has it in its memory. You still need to create a symbol in the library, and we're going to go New Symbol, and we're going to call it, move it over to the center here, Snowboarder, and it's saved as a graphic, and we're going to go OK. Oh, it's already taken because there it is. Okay, so snowboarder crop, because I'm actually going to crop this guy. So here is my I'm inside a new symbol, and this is where in the past I've just kind of drawn a ball or whatever. I'm going to take my snowboarder and I'm going to bring him in, and he's going to be quite large. All right, you can see that he's quite large. Let's click on him, and we're going to click on the minus here to zoom back. You can see he's quite big. I think I'm going to make him smaller, just so I can work with him. Just make him smaller by holding down the transform key. If I wanted to, you can see I am making him smaller. You can then follow it down. You can see how it's proportional. So this image smaller, just to make it more manageable. And you see here how this image is now just a fixed picture that we've imported. All right, it's one solid image. Now, if you have taken these tutorials before, or if you've been in my class, you know that when you break text apart, like we did in the shape tweening, that the graphics have to be all broken apart into individual pixels. We can do that with photographs, okay? We can do that by the same thing. If I were to go to Modify and break this pictures apart, you know, see how this guy here has a kind of like a box around him. If I click off and on, it's kind of got a box around him. This means that it's one solid image. If I break him apart, all of a sudden, you see there's all these little dots in it, meaning that it is actually broken apart. It's not an image. So I can actually start taking this and select portions of it, and I can start editing it out. all I did there is I just hit the delete key, right? So to this guy out, I'm just going to select areas, and I am just hitting the delete key. Delete and delete. Goodbye, Mr. Sun. And then we're going to delete. Okay. And then we're going to zoom in. I just clicked on the magnifying tool here, and I'm going to click this and enlarge it. And what I can do now is I have my choice of how I want to edit this guy. I can either use, this is the eraser tool, and you can see I can this guy and pop him out. And this is a great way of doing stuff that you don't want. Or a favorite thing that I like to do is use this tool up here. This is called the lasso tool. If I click on him, what this does is that I'm able to select portions of an area and delete them. All right, I'll show you how to do that a little bit more. The way that the lasso tool works is that it allows you to draw something, right? But then it will want to join two ends. See how I've drawn a half circle here? What I'm going to do is it would join that, it would join the two pieces, start beginning, and select everything that would be here. Okay, so like you see here, if I were to draw like a half circle here, and it's going to join two edges, and it selected that area, and it created that. Now, you just got to watch when you're using the lasso tool that, say, to this, and then I move this way. If you're doing it here, it would, I'll show you what it's going to do. It's going to create like this little S. It's select the part of his head and the part. You don't want that, okay? So make sure that when you are using the tool and you want to around this guy, kind of loop back, and so that when two pieces do join, that it selects the area that you want it to select, okay? So let's do that part. And there we go. Okay. Now we're going to zoom in a bit more, and I'm going to do a completely hack job. Here, I'm going to hide my library here just for space issues. I was going to go do that hack of a job. All right, let's keep going this time, and let's go back here and go around and delete that. All right, and let's go over a bit more. Get more here, and I'm going to crop more. In the interest of time, I'm just going to do this again. There you go. If I hold down the space key, you get this little hand thing popping up. If I hold down the space key, and that allows me, if I were to click it, I can actually move what's on the stage. You can see here under my options, I've got different options here. If I use this is the polygonal mode, and if I could actually click, and you can draw straight lines with it, which is kind of useful in some cases. And I'm just clicking, click, click, click. I'm not dragging it all, and so this helps if I need to create a straight, like say for the snowboard here. Like it's just go. I'm gonna click way over here and then way over here. So like if you were like cropping out, I don't know, like a house or whatever, something that has straight lines. If you want to join them, you double click. So like just gonna click, 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 and then I'm gonna complete the thing by double clicking, and that there we go, and it joins it. You see how sometimes it's not always the greatest option because it